let's talk a little bit about the Welsh teams in Europe and how well they've done or how not well they've done. So let's start with Connah's Quay because they were the first game, no? So the first game they lost.
No, I think Newtown.
God, you know what? I completely forgot.
I think they played the day before, but their second leg was just earlier because Connah's Quay were in the Champions League, so they.
I completely forgot Newtown even qualified.
Yeah, no, they were. They lost 1. Yeah, they lost 4-0 in the first leg, and it was 1-0 in the second, I think. So 5-0 on aggregate. They did really well because they got the European spot through the playoffs, but I saw I didn't read the full article. I had a bit of a skim through it, but their manager, I can't remember his name, but he was talking about
it can't compete.
Can't compete because of the funding. I've heard a few people suggest maybe moving the Welsh Premier League to like more of a summertime league, because you look at how the Welsh Cup. I know there's probably a lot of people itching to go to any football game because of the various lockdowns, but you see how many people have just attended first round Welsh Cup games this week. On Twitter, every man and his dog and every woman and her cat has been going to, see the local team. Real won a real derby 10-0 in their first competitive game.
Some of those
they
goals
won the second game 3-0. So, oh yeah.
But
unlucky Real Dragons.
Sorry about it. I don't even know what division are Real Dragons in. I've never heard of them before.
I couldn't tell you, mate.
I have no idea.
They've got, I think they've got St Asaph City in the next round, so that'll be another nice little derby clash. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be done at work in time to get back to Rill for a 2 o'clock kickoff. So.
That'd be good though, wouldn't it? If you can't
fax it in now.
I love that idea, to be honest, playing it, because we always, like we talked about in a couple of podcasts ago when Lewis went a bit of a impassioned sort of rant about the standards. It comes down to competition, doesn't it? I think more people would watch it if it wasn't clashing with, Man City, Chelsea or whatever. Definitely people would watch it more. So if it's in the
You're not going to compete with the Premier League with the animal letters now.
100%. And
You've
nowadays,
got to create a realistic alternative to it that is going to sort of have its own thing to get people in to watch.
I don't think it's bad chat at all. I mean, the weather's not going to screw you over in Wales in the summer, is it? I mean, you're going to have very hot days and that every now and then, but overall it's quite sort of tepid. It's quite normal. Oh, yeah. So I really like that idea. For me, you have my seal of approval on that one. If you're listening, FAW, sort it out. But yeah, so
get a chief executive, buck your ideas up. Let's sort this league out, and it'll improve the standard of the national team. I guarantee you.
Right, proper.
Come on.
Without that, you've got players playing for the national team now, like Ben Cabango, who had a season on loan at TNS. So it should really. I think you're right. I think it should be a pathway, like we said in the other thing. The Welsh Premier, or Cymru Premier, should be a pathway to.
I have a full-time score from Bala Town for you.
Oh, go on then, because that was on.
It is from 44 minutes ago. So they must have just finished when we started recording. They lost 1-0 away to Larn FC, unfortunately. So that's 2-0 aggregate.
Shame.
Unlucky Lakesiders.
Unlucky David Edwards couldn't help him out then, I suppose.
No. Who's the other one? Oh, Rutherford's from Wrexham.
And Paul Rutherford as well.
Chris Venables. But, they're getting in a good habit of qualifying for Europe every 2-3 years.
A very likeable side. They play a nice brand of football. They tend to be high-scoring games, the Bala games. So if you are a neutral, you're looking for a team to support in the Cymru Premier, Welsh Premier, Bala might be your shout, to be honest. Also, very nice lake.
Oh, yeah. And don't listen to Lewis talking about your wobbly centre line. That's just him being pedantic.
Yeah, Lewis Sutton. Anyway,
he's not here to defend himself, so we'll leave it there.
Connah's Quay lost 1-0, didn't they?
They did. It went to extra time against FC Alashkert, the Armenian champion. I don't know if that's right.
It's, I don't know. I might put it.
I said it with enough conviction.
Yeah, that's it. It's about confidence.
They were lucky. They dragged the game into extra time. They've done away with the away goals rule now, because I completely forgot. I thought, oh bugger, if they don't score in 90 minutes, they're just going to go out and get diddled again on away goals. But
no, not to be. Did you see the one fan that went?
Oh yeah, that was absolutely amazing.
I love it.
How on earth did it? I wonder what his flight itinerary was like to get to Armenia in this current health climate.
I've no. Maybe he lives there, or maybe he lives in Turkey or something, and he's been able to get there because of that. But bloody hell, that is some commitment That is some proper commitment.
These England fans thought they were brave getting the train down from Carlisle to Wembley. Like, that's
try to get into Armenia, son.
Exactly. Well, we had enough job trying to get to Azerbaijan, let alone get in there. So.
Proper. And so Connah's Quay, that was for the one Champions League spot that we have now.
Since they are the double champions.
Exactly. So no Champions League spot once again for any of the Welsh teams, but that does mean that they go down to the Europa League, is it? Or the Conference League?
No, the Europa Conference League. They'll be playing FC Pristina, who are a team from Kosovo, I believe, and that's on the 20th of July. So is that Tuesday or Wednesday next week?
You know, Wales away, we need to invent Wales Premier away. Just be going to these utter corners of the world, like Kosovo and Armenia and everything. That would be wicked, man. If we built up a nice crowd of people going to these games, that'd be so cool.
The thing is, with some of these more, I don't know how to refer to them as more obscure countries to play football in, let's say in various corners of Europe, would it not probably be, maybe not the flights, but sort of the accommodation and the pints and whatnot, would it not usually be a bit cheaper? So it'd average out as a holiday. And then you get to see I mean, no offense to the country of Moldova, for example, but you're probably not going to go there on holiday unless you have family from there or you have a specific thing you want to see. But, if your team's playing there,
yeah, go. Maybe we're going to pioneer something here, Martin. The end of the pandemic, people are itching for anything, aren't they? So.
Well, we've got a terrible website up and running now, so we could put a little travel agent section on and get Lewis on the phones with a cute little headset. He'll love it. With
his low voice, just scaring them all away. Anyway,
wow, I mean,
we have had some. We have had some good news, haven't we? Which is TNS going through, winning 2-0 against Gorwent.
Glentoran. Glentoran.
Where did I get Gorwent from?
Gorwent.
Anyway, TNS.
You thought they were playing in the Welsh Cup, didn't you?
Quite possible. So there you go. TNS won 2-0. So that's 3-1 in aggregate. So brilliant. TNS progress. Hooray.
Fantastic. We have two teams in the second round.
In the European Conference League, yeah?
Connah and Asante Newydd.
Ascentia Newydd. Saintia. But like in a North Walian accent, any I becomes an A. So Saintia Newydd. Saintia Newydd. There you go. Anyway, Connah, Ascentia Newydd, Club Peldroed Bala. Well, Bala are out there. And Dre Newydd, his Newtown as well. But there you go. We've got two in the Conference League, so all we need to do is to keep them in there so they can have a game against Tottenham.
It'll go towards that, the UEFA coefficient rankings that denote how many qualifying spots you get. So if one of them can maybe not get to the group stage, but get to the last qualifying round, that might one of our teams back up to Europa or something. Yeah.
We've used some success somewhere in the European leagues. Eventually,
I can't tell you how good Kosovan football is either. I'll have a quick look at TNS is playing. You finished the point I rudely interrupted.
I watched on the topic of Kosovo. I watched this thing on Netflix. It's about this documentary about the world's like most dangerous and most weird sports. And I think it was Kosovo. Is it Kosovo when they're obsessed with horses? I think it's either Kosovo or Mongolia. I can't remember. But anyway.
I think it might be Mongolia.
Well, that was poos on my point. But I was going to say there's no horses in football, so it's fine either way. Anyway, so yeah, it's been good. Also, just quickly in the rugby, Wales, Argentina.
Oh, sorry. TNS are going to be facing Lithuanian side, FK Kono Zalgiris in the second qualifying round, and that will be on Tuesday the 20th as well. So both Connah's Quay and TNS are playing on the same evening.
Oh yeah, good.
One have got a Lithuanian and one have got a Kosovan team. So
I had a friend.
Good luck if anyone wants to go to that.
I lived with a girl who was Lithuanian in uni, and well done for pronouncing that because they're really long words. It's not so much that they're difficult to pronounce, but they're really long, so you just get a bit lost in the middle.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we get on with that when we get the results.